welcome back to my channel. It's Antonia. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Lunar New Year for those who celebrate. And if you don't celebrate, I still hope you guys enjoy this video. So I have no background on dress forming and how to create clothing or sewing in general. I had this fabric lying around that was in my linens closet for the longest time. I think I was supposed to make this into a capo. I was supposed to have someone tailor this for me into a capo, but then I just never got around to doing this. This was a gift from my family in China. Inspiration came when I saw a TikTok. I wish I remembered the creator. I really don't remember the creator, but she did a year of outfits that she created for 2021, and one of the items she made was a bustier top out of a pillowcase. Now, that bustier top had a Chinese silk pattern on it, and I was like, oh my god, that is perfect, that is stunning, and I could literally create that into a modernized Chinese like silk top with this material. Really modernize the Chinese outfit, and then it's a little bit more wearable for everyday wear. I live in Toronto, so it is like very cold right now. There's snow outside, so it's not very wearable to wear a capo, in my opinion, because like it's silk. This stuff is thin, and when you're going out, like, you can have a short one, you can have a long one, but there's no way you're gonna be warm in that. So I decided, since I had this fabric lying around, and then I was like, oh my god, I can create a bustier top. Now, I have no experience creating like a dress pattern or like a tank top pattern. I have no experience sewing, but I do have a very good friend that does. He gave me some pointers on how to do it, but then because I'm lazy, I ended up just taking a bustier top that I like. This is the bustier top that I have from Aritzia. I love this. This is the Shine Bustier. It fits me so well. I have it in size small in case anyone is interested. But this top is really stretchy. The material is super stretchy. And I failed to realize that because it's stretchy, that's the reason why it fits me so well. And because this silk material is not stretchy at all, I had a lot of mishaps. I lost a lot of footage of me and her sewing my items together because my SD card ended up corrupting, but I do have some footage of me going through trying to figure out how to make the pattern, essentially. So here is that footage here. I don't have any like fabric patterns or anything like that, so I have to make one, and I don't have any, like, you know how they use like tissue paper or something like that. So I'm gonna cut up this Aritzia bag and try to make myself a pattern. My first mistake here is my laziness. I thought I'd be able to trace this existing bustier top and smooth out the measurements with the ruler and the curved ruler to get the top measurements to make sense. What I failed to realize is how different the material was and how non-stretchy silk fabric lays a lot differently than something that has stretch to it. So in this very fast clip, I am essentially tracing out the top and trying to make the numbers line up with the existing top. If I were to do this over again, I would definitely watch some videos on how to create patterns, because I am totally winging it here. And this is definitely not a tutorial once again, but more of how many mistakes can an inexperienced person make. You can even see Harley has lost patience, and he's definitely judging me on what I'm doing here. I ended up scrapping this pattern because none of the measurements ended up making sense, and I ended up just tracing the entire tank top as a whole, and I'm going to show you that in the next clip. Guys, it's been several hours. Here's my front panel template. Essentially, I have footage of me tracing things, and that was very inefficient. So what I ended up doing is I took the tank top that I'm gonna recreate in question, and I laid it down on the bag, and basically I took a ruler and a curved like protractor, and I simply like curved it and then started, you know, drawing out a line. And then essentially I measured the widest part of the top, which is these two parts, and then I divided it in half. I found it was 38 across for me. I divided it in half, and then when I cut it out like this. That way I had this much. But what I failed to do is that I didn't account for the darts at the breasts here for the boobs to come out, and I didn't account for that. All right, so I'm gonna make the back pattern now. It is almost the same, it's just slightly different. It is almost the same, just slightly different. It is just not as deep of a V there. So I'm going to copy this, except I'm gonna go a little bit higher. So let me draw that out. Okay, so because I don't want to ruin this fabric and mess it up, I'm gonna use this old bed sheet that I cut up, and I'm gonna cut and see if I can make a stencil. This is technically perfect, so I'm gonna have to allow myself a little bit of like room for the stitching. So here is the prototype. However, I am missing a huge chunk because I didn't account that the Aritzia tank top that I was copying actually is stretchy. So I need to add about 10 inches across, so I'm gonna do 5 inches on each side. And I did notice that the Aritzia top has paneling, so I'm gonna just add, I'm gonna keep the template the same but add in paneling. So I'm gonna do about 5 inches on each side and do 2 panels on the bottom and the top. So it's gonna be 1, 2, so 2.5, 2.5, if that makes any sense. So I'm adding 5 inches total across on each side, and then that way it should even out, and then this should fit me. But like, so far, if this fit, it looks so cute. All right, here it is. I don't know if that makes any sense. So essentially I measured out 2.5 inches twice because I need 5 inches total, and then I measured out the curve. I kept it the same, that's 5 inches across as well, and then I doubled it, and then when I cut it so it would mirror, so that way I had panels for, this is the front section and the back section, and then I did the same for the bottom. So it's super late at night, I have all the panels cut out, but I need to get to my friend's house so I can sew it and use her machine, so I will do that tomorrow. Okay, so I went to my friend's, I sewed it together. This is what it looks like temporarily. I left it undone because like I would have a zipper here, but it is slightly big. So I'm going to follow this anyways, and then I'm going to construct it, and then when I make the item, I will taper in this side. So this is my prototype number 1. Y'all, take this as a lesson from me that you should not make a top without doing any measurements on your own body, because your girl came close. If I lift my boo-boos and place them here, they fit okay, but I'm missing about like 2 inches of fabric to make this a comfortable top to wear. My boobs are being squished, like I need the extra room. I feel so bad because I got my friend to sew this for me, which is why it looks so professional, why it looks so amazing, because she's amazing at creating her own clothes. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go back to her house tomorrow because she did sew this together for me, which is, I don't have any footage of her doing that. And then she said, try it on before I finish it with the zipper. Oh my gosh. Honestly, I feel very blessed because she offered to do it for me, because she was like, that fabric is so beautiful, like I wouldn't want it to be messed up. So thank you so much, girl. You know who you are. But yeah, I need to add something. So she said to balance it out, we need to open this side again. I feel so bad. We have to open the side again, add another panel probably, and then add a panel on this side, and probably the zipper I will just get her to put it like back here, and then I'll just have like a longer panel. I feel so bad because I had so many mistakes. I definitely learned that this is not easy, but without further ado, here she is. Here is my little bustier tank top. This is the back actually, and this is the front. I think she is so cute, and let's get to styling her. Here is the final look of the bustier top. There's definitely some faults to it, I think. It's pretty good for someone who did no calculations on how to make a top, but for my first try, I think I did a good job. I think that it still looks cute, and there's definitely room for improvement. In the future, if I do decide to make clothes for myself, I'm definitely gonna need to use math, because I just threw that out the window. I thought this would be easy. This is definitely not a tutorial on how to make a bustier top. Of course, I think if you want to do this and you want it to turn out amazing, you can look at so many other people's bustier top videos or corset videos. But I think for my first time, I did a pretty good job. Granted, I did have help with the sewing. She graciously offered, because I asked her initially how I could create a top, and she said, let me help you with the sewing because the material is so beautiful. I would hate to have it get kind of butchered. So thankfully she helped me with that. But yeah, there's a couple things that is wrong. Like the bust, I ended it here. My bust is like down here. I really didn't allow for enough room for my bust to be. And then the bottom here is a little bit large. I really could have cinched it in a little bit more and gave myself more room down here, but that's not her fault at all. That was my own fault. And then there is gapping up here. I think I'll just like take some sewing needle and just dart it so it stays down, and that would look a little bit better. Maybe I could tape my boob up and it would look a little bit better if it's taped up like that, because it is a bustier top in the end. But this is how I'm styling it. So of course, if I was going to go out, I would put some sort of blazer over top. During Lunar New Year, it's actually really bad luck to wear white and black. You should avoid those because usually those colors are associated with death and mourning. So you could wear anything. Luckiest is red and gold, of course, because red symbolizes joy and good fortune, and then gold symbolizes prosperity and wealth and so on. So it's really lucky to wear those colors, but you can definitely wear any color except for black and white because they are associated with mourning. So this is how it looks. I think it looks amazing, and of course I paired it with some gold jewelry. Jewelry was gracious enough to send me a few pieces. Here it is up close. I have the serpentine on here. This is the 16-inch. This is the large diamond necklace, and then this is the boyfriend bold link chain, and my own jade, because of course jade symbolizes protection. And then I have on my fingers here, this is the Charlotte ring, the Signet ring, and this is the croissant ring. Everything was gifted to me, but a few pieces they did gift to me. I paired it with these pants. These are the Modern Utility pants from Aritzia, because I think the brown and the blue goes really well together, and I normally would probably wear it with white just to make it pop a little bit more, but the white is sort of a faux pas. Like, I wouldn't wear the white. All right guys, let me know how I did on creating this top, although I did have help. I have to like emphasize, I did have help for the most part. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was way different than my usual content. Wish you guys all a happy and prosperous new year, and thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram to see this top in action on the grid over there. Make sure to follow me on TikTok at Hello Harley, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!